Hey, what's going on, traders? So I'm feeling pretty great today. I finally got some sleep. I actually ended up sleeping in past my alarm and past my oh shit alarm. And I have an oh shit alarm at like 9:15, 9:20 to really wake me up if I don't get up on my first alarm. I slept right through it. And I didn't even check if it's on. Yep, it's on, and I slept right through it. I woke up at like 9:50. I think I looked at the time, and I saw 9:52, and I was like, oh crap. I rolled over. I turned the whole setup on, or I opened my platform because my setup was already on. And I actually didn't see anything at the time. So at 9:50, somewhere in here that would have been. So maybe JMU is actually the only thing that had run, but it looked like everything else had just sold off. I couldn't find anything that made a move. Trove, right at the open, just completely died. CNET, I don't know if CNET was in play, but it just immediately died. There was nothing. So I guess I timed that pretty well. And what I saw at the time, actually, before we do that, please, I say this all the time. I really hope that you guys hit that subscribe button. Again, I'm trying to get all the way up to 1,000, but let's start at 700. Just go down, hit that subscribe button, and hopefully we can get this going here. I really, really appreciate every single person that does it. Every single person that comments. I always respond to them. I try and help people out. Everyone in my Discord, I always try and help out. I get private messages all the time in Discord saying, like, what's the most recent one here? Just asking me questions. Like, I'm not going to show his conversation because I don't know if he wants to, but I'm just scrolling, and we're just talking just about random stuff. I've never met this guy. He just had some questions. So anyways, please, that would make me happy. I love seeing this go up. This is the only thing that kind of lets me know that my content is useful, and I really appreciate it. So with JMU breaking out here, I might actually take it again here at 264. I would take it with 500 shares. Oh no. What just happened? Am I short now? Oh shit, I think I'm short. See, that's what happens when you're not paying attention. You hit buy instead of sell, and I'm trying to get out of this short. Okay. Alright. I don't even know how I could have gone short because there's no locate. I don't know, man. Don't ask any questions. I'm not going to ask any questions. Let's just pretend that never happened. So, there's a sell. Why is there a sell limit here? Okay. Alright. Anyways, moving on. Let me show you this trade here. Let's go into the live trade. This was me. You can see 958 at the bottom there. Or maybe you couldn't see that. It's up here. So, that's when I logged onto my platform. I was just looking for something good. Now, this looked okay, but this is a 30-cent stock, so, I don't really trade that stuff. I don't care too much about it. So TMU, this is what happened here. It reclaimed this level, and VWAP is right here. So the VWAP reclaim on high volume. With this push, I said, okay, this has some legs. I want in. I want in this, but I'm not going to chase it. I'm going to try and get the best entry possible. And I put my shares up at 242, 241. I get filled 1,000 shares, and now I'm in it. Now I'm in it, and now that we're above this level, I think that's what we're going to hold, and I think it's beautiful, and it does end up working out. But we don't get to my target of high of day, and I don't sell early, and this is one of those times that not taking profits, you could say I missed out on this unrealized, but more often than not, that is a very bad habit to get into, is just selling early. And maybe there's a case for this was selling off on the 1 minute. You could see that it was wicking pretty hard, and I should have taken profits seeing that, but I don't think that's a good enough signal for me to get out. I don't know, to be honest, and I'm gonna learn as I trade more and more, but I had a profit stop, and I eventually got profit stopped out of this because realistically this could easily have held 250 and then just shot up to 260 and then died. So I don't think selling in here would have been the right choice because my target is 259, 260 to be exact. So anyways, I get stopped out of that trade on the way down. And then I end up taking a really small, tiny trade on TGI. I thought I was going to just break out of this flag here towards high of day, and I got stopped out for 15 bucks, and I said, okay, I didn't do any research on this stock. I'm just kind of jumping in it to a pattern that I see. It's not good enough, so I stayed away from it. JMU again came down to the 240 level and then reclaimed VWAP. So I said, I'm going to take this trade one more time. So I got filled 1,000 shares here at 244. It came down and then we were consolidating, but we're making higher lows. I thought that we were down at this level and then we claimed this level, we claimed this level, and then it was rejected. But we held this level, so I think now we'll shoot through this level and claim this level, which is high of day. So I'm just waiting. The trade is starting to work out. So I'm thinking about adding. And I add 500 shares here at 249, which is the exact level that I have marked. I think it was either from the daily or from earlier in the day. I can't remember. So I add 500 shares at that level. My new average is 246. Now I'm just waiting. I'm not selling early again. I'm not selling up in here. I'm not doing any of that. I'm waiting for high of day. Now I did get a little greedy. I didn't sell at 260. I waited for the pop and then I sold 700 of those shares at 263. Now I was waiting to see if it would hold. And it just kind of dumping from here on pretty big volume. We have this really disgusting looking candle, and I have my stop for the rest of the shares just under this candle, and then I get flashed out of my stop, and then that's that. So the last 800 shares get stopped out right there. And I don't know, I think that was the right decision. I think instead of 700 I should be selling 1,000 up here because I had 1,500 shares. But other than that, it was a really good trade. I think this was the right place to stop out because if you, oh my god, come on. If you look at what happened to this after that, it kept going down and I didn't really want to hold back to my entry. And even if I did hold to my average, I would have gotten stopped out there. So I don't know. I don't know what I should have done differently or something. Maybe try to take it again as we were coming up potentially, but I don't like those scalps. I don't like those really quick trades anymore. I like buying on support, waiting and just selling at resistance. It's way easier, so that's what I like doing. And I think that's it. So we're going into the weekend with a nice little profit. You know, we had this one and TGI was a little loser, but that's okay. It's really not much at all. I didn't really expect much out of the market today, and I took decent size. You know, 1,500 shares is decent size for me, even though the stock didn't move that much. I would have been down max like $50, $60, $70. So all in all, a decent day, especially from sleeping in. You know, kind of show up whenever I want and take whatever I want. But no, I'm just playing because I know that the market at any moment could just kind of reduce or kind of humble me like that. So a good way to start the weekend. You guys all have a great weekend. We'll be back at it on Monday, trying to get it, trying to kill it. So we'll see you then. Peace.